This is the Vanpowers UrbanGlide Standard, and in today's video we're going to do a walk around where I'll show you all the components and go over the specifications on this bike. I'll give you my thoughts on how the bike feels to ride, and then in the end I'll let you know who I think this bike is best suited for. So I appreciate you joining me on the ride today. Let's get started. First of all, this is a step through, as you can see. Nothing, no bar going across the top. Easy to get on and off. You've got a 14-inch step over height. This bike comes in this lava red, a Remy green, which is kind of a lime green, and an iron gray, kind of a medium darker gray. Now the standard version only comes in one size, and that's the small frame. You can see that by the S there in the center. So this bike will fit riders from 5'1" to 5'9". The bike weighs a total of 69 pounds, battery included. Wanted to let you know also that if you plan on transporting this bike on a bike rack on the back of your vehicle, the wheelbase length is 46 inches, which should accommodate most, if not all, bike racks. And the wheelbase length is measured between the center point of the tires here from the front and here in the rear. We'll move up here to the handlebars. You can see you've also got an adjustable stem right here. The bike comes shipped with the handlebars pointing straight out. This is as high up as the stem will go. I like it as a more upright riding position with the handlebars swept back about 25 degrees and kind of a beach cruiser style. So up on the handlebars you've got ergonomic grips, but they are not locking. There's no locking screws on either side. So if you push hard enough they will rotate, but they are comfortable grips. Same on the left. The bike comes with a left thumb throttle. You've got your button cluster right here. This is your power on and off button and your plus and minus for your pedal assist. On the right side you got a bell, and you've got your Shimano thumb shifter, 7-speed. This is what you'll find on a lot of e-bikes these days. Easy to shift, reliable. I'll go ahead and show you the lights that come on the bike. For the front headlight, you just go over here to the plus button and you hold it down for 3 seconds. The screen will turn dim. You'll see a little icon in the upper right part of the screen there. It looks like a headlight, so the light should be on. We'll walk around the front. It's daytime obviously, so you won't be able to see it very well, but it's pretty bright. 80 lux is the power. Kind of a narrow beam on a pathway, but it gets the job done. You also get a reflector, and if we walk around the back of the bike, so you get a pretty bright tail light, and one of the nicer features also, if you pull the brake lever, you get flashing brake lights. Before I get started with demonstrating the display, just want to let you know I'm going to throw a graphic up on the screen from Vanpowers' website that goes over all these features. If you feel free to stop and pause the video at any time if you want to linger over it, look at a little bit more detail. You've got a very nice color 3.5-inch TFT display. Cover some of the features of it. You've got your pedal assist over on the left where it says N. That's in neutral. We use the up button on the button cluster to go up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got a total of 5 levels of pedal assist. You've got your miles per hour in the very center. You can change that to kilometers per hour in the settings if you'd like. And then upper right, you've got the time. Bottom left, you've got a trip meter next to that, an odometer next to that, and then one of the most important features here is the battery percentage gauge. This is a 48 volt 500 watt brushless geared hub motor that peaks at 725 watts. You also get 65 Newton meters of torque. The bike has a max speed of 20 miles an hour, class 2 rated, which is great if you live in one of those states that have stricter e-bike laws like California, where you can only have up to a 750 watt motor and a class 2 bike. So this bike will tick all those boxes, makes you perfectly legal. Wanted to show you also, this bike comes with a speed sensor, or more commonly known as a cadence sensor. So what that means is all you've got to do is apply pressure to the pedals, and the motor and the controller will sense it and give you power, drag you up to a certain speed, whatever pedal assist you're in, and then it'll cut off there. Now let's look at the brake system. You've got 180 millimeter rotors front and back. You've got mechanical brakes. You've got a 42 tooth chain ring up front. And there's your Shimano tourney derailleur with 7 speeds and a 14 by 28 tooth cassette. Other than the step-through frame style, which is so easy to get on and off of, this battery has got to be my favorite feature on this bike. You can see how seamlessly this battery integrates into the frame. And again, hopefully you can see that shimmer and that flake paint. Really did a good job on this. So this battery is a 48 volt, 14.4 amp hour, 692 watt hour battery. Fully charged is 54.6 volts. I'll go ahead and reposition the camera, and I'll remove this battery and show you what it looks like inside and how to remove it. The bike comes with a duplicate set of keys. This is where you insert the key to remove the battery. To unlock it, you turn left. You see the battery will click open. Just slowly ease it back. You can see you've got a charging port right here. You can remove the battery from the bike and take it elsewhere and charge it up, or you can also charge it up on the bike down here through this port. I'll go ahead and show you how easy it is to put the battery back on the bike. And this is why it's one of my favorite features. The battery's not that heavy. Feed it in the bottom, kind of set it in there, gently push it back in until it clicks. Turn the key, remove it, and put this back. I will tell you that right here there is a button that you need to press if this bike turns off. And what this does, this button, it wakes up the battery and allows power to go up to your display. The range that Vanpowers says that you can get with this bike is 62 miles on a full charge. That's using lower pedal assist, such as pedal assist 1 or 2. This bike is riding on Kenda tires. These are street tires, 27.5 inches tall, 2.2 inches wide. Nice pattern for riding on pavements, sidewalks, things of that nature. You can see right there, they're Kenda brand tires. PSI rating, minimum of 30 PSI and a maximum of 50. And currently I have both tires pumped up to 45 PSI. Another feature that I really like on this bike is, and it shows the quality of the bike, is these fenders. These are metal fenders. They have nice braces on either side so they don't move much. And I really like the gap between the tires and the fender itself, and how it's pretty uniform all the way around. It's got a nice lip on the front and a lip on the back. These are just the little touches that show you that this bike is a little better made than most. The bike comes with Zoom hydraulic front forks. You've got your preload over here on the right, and you've got your lockout and subtle adjustments over here on the left. You've got 80 millimeters of travel. I also wanted to mention that this bike comes with a 3-amp charger for the battery. It's 100 to 240 volts and 50 to 60 hertz. So what this means is that our military personnel can take this bike overseas to Europe or Asia, and you'll be able to charge these batteries up just fine. There is no rear suspension on this bike, but this is a 30.9 millimeter seat post that you can change out for a suspension seat post if you would like. Total weight capacity on the bike is 330 pounds. That includes rider and cargo. The bike also has a waterproof rating of IPX5. So that means you can take it out in a light rain with confidence. I'm going to pull over and go ahead and show you this seat. It is a cut above the normal seats that you get standard from these manufacturers. Nice and cushiony. I'll go ahead and enter the display unit. We'll get into the settings, and that's just a plus and minus. Hold that down for about 3 seconds. You see you get into it, and there you have your display units. So you can hit power to go into it. You can change that to kilometers or miles. Toggle down to brightness. It's automatically set to 5. I just leave it there. Now it's got an auto on and off light function, so it senses the light outside and will automatically turn on the lights for you, so you don't have to do it. I think I want to change this to, I want to change it to on. So I kind of like that feature. And then we'll toggle down to auto power off, set for 10 minutes. If you hit enter, you can take that higher or lower. The default, like I said, is 10 minutes. So I might take that up to 15. Go ahead and enter. And then you can toggle down with the minus button, set the time, which I've already done. It's accurate. There's a password setting. If you would like to choose to put a password in here, you can put a password in. Right now, I'm not going to use a password. Just go ahead and back out of that. And then there's a trip. You can clear your trip. Do you want to clear it? Yes or no? No, I don't want to clear that right now. There's your Bluetooth connection for connecting up to your app. And then the last one is system info. Just gives you the version of the bike, the software. Go ahead and back out of that, and then we'll hit back and then enter. That'll bring us back to the front screen. The bike also comes with an app called VanLife eBikes. This is available in the Apple Store and also for Android devices. So the way you get into it, sync it up, is to go into your settings, which is plus and minus. So hold that down together, and you'll see you'll wind up here in the advanced settings or the settings display. You'll toggle down with a minus to go down to Bluetooth connection. And then with the power button, you hit Bluetooth, and then you can scan that with your phone. And that'll bring up the VanLife app. You can see I've already loaded it here. Let's see, are we showing connected? I think we are. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and back out of the Bluetooth connection, hit enter when we get to back. And you can see up in the upper right corner a little Bluetooth connection symbol. And that'll tell you that you are connected to the app, and then you can verify that down here on the app, right here, it's connected. So then when you're ready to go ahead and start riding, you can hit go. It'll also, before we get there, it'll tell you what your battery percentage is left on your bike, which is currently 68%. It'll just match what you've got over here at 68%. And since this bike is rated for 62 miles of total range, it'll also give you an estimated countdown of your remaining range left, calculated by your battery percentage that's left. You can track all your cumulative ride data here per month. Since this bike is new, I don't really have any accumulated data just yet. There's a community for Vanpowers bikes and their owners. And then when you're ready to go ahead and start riding, you can go ahead and hit go. You'll see it's kind of spin up, Gives you a countdown, and then it'll bring up maps. And you'll see the timer will start on your ride, your estimated battery level percentage-wise that you have left, and the ride distance so far. So you've come 22 miles on the ride so far today. So all in all, a pretty nice way to go ahead and track all your rides using the Van Life app. So we'll be taking the bike out on some varying terrain. We'll do a combination of sidewalks, bike paths, asphalt, concrete, some dirt roads, maybe a little sand and gravel. Just kind of put the bike through its paces. It's built so that you can get on and off the bike really easily. So this bike has a very low step over height, just above this chain ring. It's just 15 inches to the ground. This same bike also comes in two different styles, the UrbanGlide Pro and the UrbanGlide Ultra. I'll go ahead and throw some pictures of those bikes up on the screen. And in those pictures, you'll be able to see the different colors that they're available in. The standard version comes with a 500 watt brushless geared hub motor. It's 48 volts. The 500 watts is continuous power. The bike peaks at 725 watts. The standard and the Pro models both come with left side thumb throttles. They're both class 2 bikes, maxed out at 20 miles an hour. The UrbanGlide Ultra comes with a 500 watt mid-drive motor, which is based in a crank housing right in the center of your pedals. That bike has a 145 Newton meters of torque, so it's got a lot of hill climbing abilities. That's what mid-drive motors are best known for. The standard version and the Pro version both have 65 Newton meters of torque. So this bike wouldn't be typically recommended for someone of my height, but I am able to ride it with near full leg extension. The bike has a total weight rating of 330 pounds. That's the rider and the cargo. The bike comes with a rear rack included. The weight capacity on the rear rack is 25 kilograms, which is equivalent to 55 pounds. As I demonstrated earlier, the bike comes with a front headlight that's 80 lux, and you've got a rear tail light and a rear brake light. The way this bike comes shipped, most of it's put together. Everything from the seat on back is already mounted on the bike. The handlebars you have to put on, and you've got to put the front tire on. That's pretty much it. Not much to do as far as assembling the bike, which is always great, especially when you get a new bike and you're anxious to get on it and start riding. I tried my polarized sunglasses a little while ago to see if I could see the display. It is visible, but not clearly visible. This bike comes with a cadence sensor or speed sensor, and you should be able to see that right down here by the crank where it goes into the frame. See a little wire down there. That's the cadence sensor. I thought Vanpowers did a really good job with the cable management here. It's nice and clean. You've just got your wires that are left out for the connection for the controller and the lighting system and the motor. I think you can tell how quiet the bike rides. It doesn't have hardly any rattles, if any. As we go over these bumps, you shouldn't be able to hear anything. It's very solidly built. So I've opened up my speedometer app so we can match it against the display, see how accurate it is. Let's go ahead and do a throttle only. Bring it up. It might take the GPS just a minute to catch up. Okay, let's put it right there at 15, 14, 15 consistently. 15 and 15 looks like it's matching up pretty well. I'd call that an accurate display on the speedometer. So I mentioned in the beginning of the video that we would try some different terrains. Riding today, we've done a lot of asphalt, street riding, sidewalk riding. Got a nice park here. We'll just take this thing off in the grass. No rattles at all. That's how solid this bike is built. Going up a relatively steep hill. Plenty of power. And we'll give it full throttle. What are we up to? 13, 14 miles an hour? No problem. It's very smooth in here. One of the best features on these tires is just how nimble it is to turn this bike with 2.2-inch wide tires. Most of the e-bikes are 4-inch fat tires, which are nice and cushiony, but they're a little bit more difficult to turn. They don't handle nearly as well as these commuter style bikes. Let's get some speed up. 20 miles an hour, go ripping around this sidewalk. That's a nice dirt road. We'll try this out. Bump, no problem, no rattles. Love that. Here we go on some loose dirt. Might get a little camera shake here. Hopefully our stabilizer works on our battery, on our camera rather. We got a nice mixed road right here. Concrete, then we'll jump off into some gravel road. There we go. Yeah, this UrbanGlide Standard handles this no problem. Let's rip off into the grass towards this little lake over here. In fact, we'll check out the hill climbing capabilities. Sometimes these steepness of these hills don't show up real well on this camera. See, 7 miles an hour, 6 miles an hour. It's going right up it though. Holding steady at 7, 8. Hey, we're at the top of the hill. Although this is not an off-road type bike or meant for some rugged trails, you can do some light off-roading on it if you'd like, as you've seen. Where the bike shines is in the everyday commuter ride on normal concrete sidewalks, asphalt roads, paved surfaces. I'll go ahead and go over some of the features on the handlebars, show you a little closer. On the left-hand side, you've got the thumb throttle, and you've got your button cluster with your power button here and your plus and minus for your pedal assist. Right now we are in pedal assist 1. You can see I've added a phone holder here on the left-hand side of the display. On the right-hand side, you can go ahead and put a different accessory on there. What I'll probably do at this space is, since there's no water bottle holders down here on the frame, I'll go ahead and put a water bottle holder on here. And right front center, you've got a big 3.5-inch color TFT display. On the right side, you've also got a bell. And you've got your Shimano 7-speed thumb shifter. Right now, I keep it in pretty much in 7th gear all the time because it's a small chain ring. It's a 42-tooth chain ring down there at the bottom. But if you want to downshift, you can just click the bigger thumb throttle down to, say, 4. You can see I'm pedaling a little faster now. And if you want to go up in gears, just hit that, and we're back up to 7, just like that. On this side, you've got your front brake lever on the left. On the right, you've got your rear brake lever. Down here on the front, you've got a Zoom hydraulic front fork with 80 millimeters of travel. And you've got some minor adjustments that you can do here for depending on your weight. That's very soft, and that's lockout position there. Right now, we just keep it in the center position. Let's just go ripping through the neighborhood. What are we doing? Capping out at 20 miles an hour. With these handlebars tilted all the way up as I have them with the adjustable stem. For me, being a taller rider, it's a lot more comfortable. It gives you more of an upright riding position. The 20 miles an hour maximum speed is just right. Might even be a little bit fast in your neighborhood. Most neighborhoods are 25 mile an hour maximum speed limit anyway. Very comfortable riding bike, very maneuverable. See how effortless that is. I will let you know that's been my experience that once you get between, say, 15 and 25% left on your battery, that starts to get a little unreliable. You might want to start heading back. This bike will actually give you a warning when you get under 20% left on your battery. It'll give you a low battery warning sign. That's probably a good indication for you to start heading back home if you're not too far away. We're going to try that 0 to 20 speed test. We're going to go ahead and time it. We'll try that again. I'll go ahead and hit the start button on the timer just as I hit the thumb throttle, and then hopefully this time I'll remember to hit the stop button. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Not pedaling, just throttle only. 14, 15, 18, 19, 20. 13.11 seconds. Gives you a little bit of a slow controlled start up front, which is good for safety, but then that motor that kicks in and provides you quite a bit of torque. Gets you up to speed, up to 20 pretty quick. Okay, let's take it down to pedal assist 1. We'll just see how we'll climb up through the different pedal assists and kind of see what speed it gives us at each level. We'll go ahead and start off. You do about a half a rotation on your pedals and that cadence sensor will kick in and start bringing you up to the designated speed set for pedal assist level 1. And it gets us up to what, about 12 miles an hour, 13. We'll go up to pedal assist 2. That takes us up to about 15, 16 miles an hour. Pedal assist 3. Takes you up to 17 miles an hour. Pedal assist 4. Yeah, that's going to take you right up to 19, 20 miles an hour. So we'll go to pedal assist 5. Same thing. So really, pedal assist 1 through 3 is plenty. If you want to use 4 to get up to 20, you can. I will let you know that because the crankset is set pretty low, you've got a relatively low clearance down to the surface of the road. So what that means is you could be susceptible to pedal strikes. So what I'd recommend on that is whatever side you're turning into, make sure you lift that pedal up at least to the mid-level, which is right here, or to the highest level if you're turning right. That'll make sure you don't have any pedal strikes if you make a right turn. Same thing on the left side. But typically if you leave it there right about in the middle of the stroke, then you should be okay. So who is the Vanpowers UrbanGlide Standard best suited for? Well, if this is your first e-bike and you're just trying to get your feet wet and you don't want anything too powerful, with a maximum speed of 20 miles an hour, and this is being a class 2 bike, this would be a perfect starting bike for you. Also, if you live in an area where you might have a few hills and some varying terrain, and you want a little help getting up some of those steeper grades around your neighborhood or where you like to ride, this is a good choice. If you just want a really well-built, solid e-bike that doesn't have a lot of rattles and shakes as you hit bumps and just go down the road, this bike is so smooth, it's so quiet. The motor, I can't even hear it. The only noise that you should be able to hear right now is just a slight noise with the tires. That's really it. The motor is so quiet with that brushless motor. If you don't want a heavier e-bike, most e-bikes, the standard fat tire e-bike, can run you an average weight of anywhere between 80 and 100 pounds. This is 68 pounds, I believe, or 69 pounds with the battery included. And some of these e-bikes can actually get well above 100 pounds for some of the more powerful ones with dual batteries or dual motors or both. As I mentioned earlier, if you live in an area like California with stricter e-bike laws, can't go above 750 watts with a maximum speed of 20 miles per hour, this is an excellent choice for that. You'll tick all those boxes. You'd be perfectly legal. You don't have to worry about anybody pulling you over or being restricted on where you can ride, as long as you check your local state and local laws for any restrictions about riding on sidewalks or particular areas where you can't ride. If you're looking for a bike you can transport, if you have a bike rack that you like to take your bike around in different locations, not always stay close to your house, this has a wheelbase of only 46 inches, which will fit on most bike racks that go on the back of your vehicle. And if you're just looking for something to tool around your neighborhood with, go up to the store, go on a nice bike ride like today, on a day like today, this is the perfect bike for that. Very nice and smooth, very agile, handling is excellent. E-bikes are just so much fun to ride to me, and hopefully they are to you, and that's why you're watching this video. They give you a reason to get up off the couch, get out of the house, go for a beautiful ride around your neighborhood, along some nice bike trails in your area. You get as much exercise as you want, or as little as you want, and you just get to get out and enjoy the outdoors, which is reason alone to get out and enjoy a bike like this Vanpowers UrbanGlide Standard. At the time of the making of this video in early May, the cost of the Standard is $14.99, but Vanpowers has provided an additional $200 off for my viewers. So at the time of checkout, if you just enter the discount code ZONY200, you'll get that additional $200 off, which will make this an even better buy on this e-bike. I will tell you that right now the shipping is free, so that is an extra bonus. It comes in 3 colors, which is this color, the red, it comes in a lime green, and it comes in a gray. Again, at the time of this filming, I believe that they are out of the gray color, but the green and the red are in stock, and I think they even have some in the US ready for shipping. And shipping, according to their website, takes between 4 and 9 days. So if you don't want to wait for a pre-order from another company, and you want to get your bike a little sooner rather than later, because these bikes, if you do a pre-order, since they come from China, you have to wait typically anywhere between 2 and 3 months once once the company places its order for a load of bicycles. So this one you can get pretty much right away within a week and a half. So quicker delivery time. I want to thank Vanpowers for sending me out this bike for review, and I will leave a link in the description below if you choose to buy one of these. Really appreciate it if you could use that link. You'll get the best current pricing, and it'll also help support the channel. I will be doing some more reviews on this bike coming up. Next one I've got planned is, I believe it's going to be a Class 2 ride, which a lot of people are interested in seeing just how many real-world miles you can get out of a full battery charge. If you've gotten anything out of this video, if it's been informative, helpful in any way, really appreciate if you could hit that like button and consider subscribing to the channel. So thank you so much for sticking with me till the end of the video. Really appreciate it. Until next time, take care.